Hello and welcome to wenll's Guide to DPSing Temple of Jade Serpent Challenge Mode Gold as a Hunter. So pretty much you just want to start off running down, go all the way to the stairs down here, and then just MD all the mobs and start killing them. Be aware whenever you kill the larger elementals, they will become smaller elementals at that point, and they will also leave behind a watery thing. Once you've got a lot of them down, basically just run in, and as you run in, keep AoEing all the extra little elementals and everything down. You're basically just going to be killing all the extra little elementals while you start the encounter. From here, you're going to want to MD the corrupted water elemental onto the tank every time he spawns. And by that point, if there are any other elementals up, you can see like we got some up still. Just keep AoEing them down, and every time you kill one of those corrupted elementals, they'll spawn into more ads and leave behind a little blue thing. So just avoid saying that. Pretty much on this boss, just make sure you stand on either the outer edge, like I'm doing right here, or the inner edge near the boss as far as little rings. As long as you're standing within that outer edge or inner edge, you will not have to worry about being hit by a special attack that the boss will do. If you're outside of the edge, like if you see where I currently am standing, if you think of that as one big circle, if you go outside of that, the boss will start hitting you with extra damage. So just make sure you don't stand outside of that diameter radius. But pretty much it's just as long as you're standing either on one of these two, either the inner circle or outer circle, you'll be fine. Just make sure whenever the elemental does die, if it's on you, just make sure you move out of it so that you won't be damaged by the water puddle it leaves behind. And then make sure you AoE down the little ads that spawn as well. Honestly, this is probably the longest part of the whole thing, just killing these elementals. I think once you've killed the fourth one, I believe it is, the boss will basically despawn his shield, and you just want to run around either the outer or inner circle, and while you're running around, just make sure you blow all your cooldowns and kill him as quickly as possible. Just pretty much make sure while you're killing them and running around, you avoid that I'm not even sure what you call it. The water gun, I guess he's launching. So just run around the circle, and as you're running around, DPS him down. Go pew pew pew. Once he's dead, basically you want to immediately start running to the... So you can see he died, so we immediately just start running to the other side. So just throw on Aspect of the Days and run all the way over here, get up here as quickly as possible, and you'll just want to AoE this first pack down. Once you get up here, just MD it to the tank, AoE the first pack down really quickly. As a hunter, once you've AoE'd these down, as a hunter, you can actually use your, if you glyph it, you can use your invisibility camouflage. Otherwise you'll have to get an invisibility pot. So basically just you want to glyph it, otherwise you won't be able to get past these mobs here. But otherwise, just run past them either using camo or an invisibility pot, and then what you're basically going to do is bring all these ads along this hallway down and kill them over where the boss starts. Make sure you focus the bird down first and interrupt the bird, because the bird will actually put people to sleep. But otherwise, just make sure you're AoEing all of them down and killing them before the boss spawns while they're doing the RP. So pretty much you're just skipping the second, third, and fourth trash pulls along that hallway, and then everything else you're just dragging down to down here. At this point, once the bosses do spawn, just start focusing the bosses. Usually around the 6 stack mark, I like to swap over and start attacking the next guy, and every time they hit around 6 stacks, I'll swap. So just keep doing that. And if you time it right, you actually shouldn't even have to recast Serpent Sting either. Your Cobra Shot will actually refresh the Serpent Sting before it ticks away, if you time it right. See, my Serpent Sting actually went away on that mob. But basically all you're doing is just swapping in between each one around 6 stack marks. So just keep swapping, and they'll eventually die. Once they've died, just go ahead and put on aspect of the cheetah and everything. Run up to this next part. You're just like, run! From here, you just want to MD some of the mobs. Basically, you want to have about between 1 and 2 packs, usually like around 2 packs per pull. Try to interrupt the minion of doubt whenever you can, and just AoE them all down. And then once most of them are AoE down, you go and pull the next packs. But just make sure most of the minion of doubts are either dead or about to die before you pull the next packs. They do leave a purple thing on the ground sometimes, so make sure if they cast that on you, you get out of it ASAP, because they'll start doing lots of damage. In addition, they can sometimes put a debuff on you, which will make it so that you don't receive very much healing. So try not to take any damage. So here we go, we pull our next pack. Tank's kind of kiting them. So now that they're mostly dead, we're pulling the final pack. And once this final pack is dead, the boss will be summoned. Just make sure you stay at ranged, and whenever the boss does the little flame walls, just make sure you get out of the way of the flame wall. This boss really isn't too hard. It's just looking at where the flame walls are being cast and making sure you're not in its path. So just stay at range so you can see the little flame walls. I just move out of the way. And then once he turns into a dragon, he does the same thing, just with green flame walls, and then he'll also occasionally throw like a dot on the ground, so you just get out of that circle dot on the ground. So pretty much most of this is really all about killing the bosses as quickly as you can, and then just chain pulling most of the trash. So as long as you can chain pull most of the trash and AoE it all down, that's where most of it lies, from what we found. So now the dragon's out. Make sure you also MD the dragon whenever it comes out, because it'll actually attack people at random when it first comes out, so you want to MD it. Once the dragon is dead, you can see there's a flame thing on the ground, or green flame, whatever. Once the dragon's dead though, basically what you want to do is you're going to shoot these mobs over here. Dismiss your pet, shoot these mobs. Once they come down here, everyone else will run off to the far right. You're going to take aggro on all three of those mobs, run back as far as you can, if you need to deterrence, and then feign death. If you do it right, you can see I actually messed up here and the one mob started attacking me again. I was like, no. But if you do it right, everyone in your group should be able to make it past those mobs, at which point you want to put on your glyph of stealth basically, and then run past them. Make sure you stay at the very edge, and as long as you do that right, your entire group should be able to get in without any aggro, and then you can stealth past those three mobs without getting aggro, and as soon as you're in, you can just pull the boss. That way you're able to actually skip that trash without anyone you having to use pots. So pretty much that's where you are critical as a hunter. As far as this boss is concerned, you want everyone being stacked up and facing in the same direction. We kind of stacked up over here alongside, so that we could actually AoE down all of the ads that get summoned as quickly as possible. So just do your best to AoE them down very quickly, and generally you want to do it before there's 3 of those phases. You only want to see 2 of those phases where you have to kill ads. So just pop all of your cooldowns, blow everything up, do as much DPS as you can to the boss. Pop pots if you haven't. But your main thing as a hunter is going to be just making sure you go run to the far left after aggroing those 3 mobs, and everyone else is on the far right, and once you've aggroed all 3 mobs, they will run all the way up into here from the right side, and then you just feign death and then stealth past those 3 mobs by staying as far to the side as you can. And hopefully, if you do all of it right and don't screw up too much and have very high DPS, y'all will get gold. So hopefully this guide helps you get gold, and thanks for watching.